Okay. That's not what I want to do. I know, Jinx, you're very mad. It's okay. She's down there and you don't like it. I don't care. Okay. Blueprints. I just need like blueprints. Blueprints for a Victorian era house. Okay, that works. We can make this work. I found something for a frame cottage. That'll be just fine. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to work. Okay, so let's get into this. Do I want to be the background? Oh, hi! I don't get raided very often. How are y'all? Actually, this is my first raid. Hope y'all are having a good night. How are y'all? So I was just gonna be like, hey, it's gonna be a quiet night map making. I appreciate it. Hopefully you don't have to worry about a cat walking across your keyboard like I am. Okay, bye, Jinx. All right. I say I need to do this. I've been putting it off, and I'm like, all right. I pulled up a few. Oh, thank you. You don't have to. I appreciate it though. I am looking right now at Victorian houses and blueprints to try and figure out how I want to get this house going. So, oh, thank you. Oh, yeah, hey, you met my follower, Cole. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Y'all are very sweet. Y'all gonna make me cry. That's not what I anticipated this today. But okay. Okay, so we have a porch. I am guesstimating on all this. Actually, let's take the items out because I'm gonna get confused real quick. Ooh, how did that go? Because are you doing like when you say urban, are you talking like fantasy, urban, or modern? I know that sounds a little weird, but I have to clarify. Oh, okay. Gotcha. What's the story? As every map has a good story. I will fix that. I mainly just want to get the runes down and then I'll figure it out from there. Let's see. This is looking like a 3x5. Doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to work. Water closet, porch. Looks like a pantry right here. I always ask because it's like the story for this one is it's a heist and my party needs to get into the house and try to find stuff that's related to their different backstories. So I'm like, I gotta design this kind of complicated house, fill it up with stuff, and have fun with that. And then once they get in there, have them have a blast as they start rooting around and trying to find things that they don't need to find. Ooh. Oh no. They didn't do the proper job interview, I see. And look, it's just a teeny bit of necromancy. I don't see what the problem is. You were fine with it before. And now it's an issue. I don't see that. I just Don't see it. What is that exactly? I don't know what this room is, but we're gonna figure it out. Big old dining room for a nice big table. A nice living room that extends out. We'll do that. Hey, I appreciate the conversation. I'm happy to also I'm okay. I didn't anticipate it and I'm grateful. Hope you guys have a good time. I'm sitting here trying to look at stairs, going like, oh gosh, I'm about to put myself in a situation I don't know if I can do. Yes, I can. All right, parlor, living room, balcony. What is with the Victorians and trying to make sure they have an excessive amount of random porches that don't go anywhere? Okay, so there we go. First floor. So now we gotta make it look nice. So it's Victorian. Victorian era was mostly, you'll have some really nice wood floors. Let's make sure they look exceptionally fancy. The theme here is steampunk, so they're gonna be the whole city is like this floating, beautiful steampunk style city. Oh, that's not gonna look good. That won't look good there either. You want dark. I don't have a preference. Except the... Can I make them rotate? No, I can't. Let's do darker. Darker always seems to go better. Especially with when you have more and more stuff going on. Planed, dark timber. We'll do light oak on the outside. These are all of my outdoor sections. I can tell it, this right here looks to be like a butler's pantry. It's where they would like stage the food before bringing it in. Because of course you can't have the servants prepare the food in front of them. Hell, plebeian. Let's find a nice door. This guy's rich, so we want to make sure that he looks it. Or at least pretends that he looks it. So we got here, here, here. Pantry door here and here. And then we have staircase going upwards. Fireplace should go right here, but we need to worry about door placement first. Ooh, yes, very nice door. Staircase going this way. Another dining room door here. And let's give him a nice big one in here. We're just gonna put a nice happy little door there. Nice archway. And it looks like the doorway to the balcony is... I lost it. Alas, because I keep forgetting where I leave things. Alright, there we go. Snag it on there and there. Okay, so then we have the delivery porch here. Let's remove walls, because these are just going to go to the outside. And we can replace them with fencing. Or nothing, because some of these are just porches. Or exits. Uh-huh. That's looking quite nice. Odd layout. Doesn't flow super well, but then again, old houses don't have the same design that we all know and love. And that's okay. Ah yes, elegance. I need double wides. Ooh, no drive-through RPG. Don't tempt me. I don't need any more. Let's put it here. Then we'll have the simple staircase. Over. Ooh, that's too small. That's fine. We just improvise. We adapt. We overcome. And we tell the players that we have to quickly make a map real fast and oops. I don't know how many times I've done that where I've accidentally like gone, oh, we're doing this today? Oh, y'all decided that you were going to rob this place instead of, follow through with the actual plan. Okay, yeah, that's cool. BRB, I gotta go make a new map. Alright, then let's get rid of those doors. Players actually pulled that one on me recently. They were gonna go into a nice fancy gala, and I was like, alright, I'm ready. Fancy gala time, let's go. And then they went and stole an airship instead, and I was like, oh, alright then, it be what it be. Alright, archways here because, well, doors. It needs to be wooden. It certainly ain't the golden arches. Alright, so we have that. We'll make this the pantry instead because some of this just doesn't make sense. Okay. Do that. And there. Ah, yes, the water closet. It's a very important one. And they had indoor plumbing. Plumbing started to become more of a thing when it came to like the early 1900s. They started introducing it more. It started becoming more popular. So a lot of people were like, "Oh yeah, now I would like to actually have indoor plumbing and a toilet." Plus, nobody wants to mess with a chamber pot. But fair. I'm sitting here going like, man, I've had to deal with um what's it? Like oh lordy, my brain just left the building. I've dealt with like portable potties before, and you're just sitting there going like, I don't want to touch that if I don't have to. Thank you. Not a hallway. This will be the parlor. So the parlor is where you're going to meet people, but you're not exactly going to have a fancy schmancy rigmarole. I don't like it. I don't like. Okay, we're taking away the fireplace. The fireplace doesn't go there. And we need some nice windows. Ooh. Oh, those are a little too big. A little way too big. Oh my goodness. There, that's much, much nicer. Perfect. Like we're getting a little too big for our britches there. Okay. That works. Nice. Yeah, you'll have a few bookshelves, have some nice lighting. That way when your guests come in, you can have a nice quiet place to talk. Right. Look, the chaise lounge is reserved for where the horny stick has to come in. Pick that back a little bit. Let's keep it social. You can always move the furniture. That's what the servants are for. I hate saying that, but that is typically how things went, though. Oh, here we go. Nice big one. The moving furniture around, pretty common, especially if you had like a very large mansion and then you wanted to make sure that your guests were suitably entertained. and sometimes even hosted. A lot of the historical period dramas, a lot of them do a pretty good job in showing how the houses worked. Um, I personally am a huge fan of Downton Abbey. Have I binge watched that show several times? Yes, yes, I have. I have no regrets. All right. Looks good. We just got to get the outside to look the part once I'm finished messing around with the inside. Hallway. Oh no, it's a giant potty. Ah, lordy. Okay, that's much better. We can deal with that. We can put the stairs back. That's okay. Oh man, we lost a door. Okay, let's put you there. When you're sitting there going like, look, the most important thing I have to do when I get home is I gotta go. I will run a mofo over so I can get to my bathroom. Which has become an ongoing joke and with my friends and stuff. If somebody like charges past, I kind of go, hey, how bad do you think they need to go? All right, there we go. Nice rug in the entryway. A little overcrowded with the statue, but if we put it there, it seems fine. And put this in the corner, not so obvious. Oh, Dungeon Alchemist always surprises me because sometimes they have new features that I just haven't paid attention to, and it makes me excited. Oh, not there. That's a bad place for it. Right there. Need a coat stand, rather. Yeah, this one. I wasn't expecting that, but okay. Very avant-garde. There we go. Ooh. What kind of cake is this? I'm sorry, now I'm getting curious. This looks more like a giant pie. I'm concerned about the structural integrity of said pie. And now I'm curious if I can make myself a tiered chicken pot pie. Going going in a direction I don't think anybody has gone before. But it looks nice. Looks nice. Got some nice pictures. Once I make the bedroom is where I'm gonna be a little more because the upstairs needs an office. All right. Did. Oh man. Got kitchen. Good. Okay. Let's move the chopping block. There we go. Actually, delete the chopping block. You got a big enough table here, and you need space to move. There we go. Right about there. Looks movable. Not great, but you know, you at least could walk around the kitchen. What? That's a 5-foot square, about 5 feet. Yeah, that's a good distance. It's not great, but not horrible. I don't know why it is, but I enjoy trying to make things make sense, like that you could actually see somebody using. Because I think a lot of the time when I make maps, it feels like some things just don't really make sense. There we go. There's the privy. This kind of will double as... I'm putting wine cellar, but of course, you know, they're gonna have good wine. Not that I would know. All right, and then this is kind of more like a hallway, a staging area. I need to get a cabinet. Not a wine cabinet, more like a... This is where they would keep, like, stage the dishes and get them ready to go, so it doesn't need to be elaborate. No, that's not what I want. That's way too big. Oh goodness, what would I be looking for? Not a cabinet. What's the thing called? Sideboard. Is that what it's called? I don't think they're gonna be playing with a Ouija board while serving dinner. Unless times have changed and I'm just out of the loop. That actually works really well. Okay, so now we just need dishes. That's too big. Way too big. Ah, so this is how they made gargantua cake. I like it. Okay, put that there. And then silverware. There you go. Quick and easy. Well, I say quick and easy. Furniture. Food and drink. There we go. Cutlery. I don't know what half the forks do. I just know that they're there. And there you go. There's something for a klepto to steal. Because one of my players is playing a kleptomaniac. At least I assume it's a kleptomaniac, seeing as how most of the time the thieves are. Is that rude to make an assumption? All I know is that her character, basically every time he sits down, he leaves a bunch of glitter, and I think it's hilarious. Alright, so that's the first floor, besides these. And I can't really put up... Can't really put stairs without making another floor, and I don't want to. Right. Because we're going to make an upstairs, and downstairs is not as important. This guy's not going to have a weird basement. That's a different game. All right, paint, change the walls. Let's make it nice. Or would it be stone on the bottom? No. No, it wouldn't. Plaster. There we go. Oh, I forgot this one. Easy enough to come back and fix that. Yep. Oh, the undo button. Some jolly good times together, friend. All right. Oh, darn it, I forgot to switch over. That's fine. I'll fix it. That's my own fault. I should have known better. Fences. Banister. There we go. Please don't have a conniption. This computer's supposed to be better than my other one. Okay. It's more of just a side balcony for other stuff. All right. This is actually coming along really nicely. I'm pretty happy with this. Is this the same one? Okay. Just want to make sure I have the same color. Of course, wallpaper was all the rage. And man, sculpted wood would have been expensive. I couldn't even imagine if you wanted to spend that much money to get all of it done. So that way your house could be, you know, essentially this work of art. Unless you're royalty, I don't see the point. I don't think this guy has royalty money. He strikes me as a, I got new money, and I'm stoked to use it. Whereas this actually works just fine, so that doesn't change at all. Sweet. Alright, so now we have the downstairs. Can pinpoint some stuff already that we're gonna want. Cutlery for the klepto. Food for anybody, for the drugged out druid who's a bit of a, who's gonna have the munchies. And some other fun stuff we could throw in there. That roof is hideous. Let's fix that. Let's see. We want a Victorian era home. That means high peaks. And pointy. Except for some reason, it really doesn't like that. Okay. Mansion. We'll just do all that. Okay, so the staircase comes out to here. It's gonna be a hallway. And it should come to here. Okay, and then we just have to delete the floor here so that way we can accommodate the staircase. Let's make that. And get that there. So much better. That way you don't hit your head on the way down. Remember, we're OSHA compliant. There we go. Cool. Alright. Now we get the bedrooms. Alright, so we'll do this for the master. Nice grand bedroom. Here for the study. Oh wait, I forgot about that down there. Okay. Okay, so there's that. I'm glad I caught that before I started making more, and then it's like, oh no. This one they're not going to be as concerned, but they are going to block that off because they don't want it to be seen. So let's add a lovely little wall there. And a door. Good servants should be seen, not heard. If you believe some of the crazy people. Let this study go out this way. And kind of go over. Add a little more. And there we go. All right, good stuff there. And now we'll have another like pantry or storage room. Oh, thank you. Again, you don't have to. I do appreciate it a lot. I just do this for fun because most of the time it helps to talk it over. I don't know if that, I hope that makes sense. Like sometimes I need a debug ducky. And even if it's just talking to myself or if I have somebody in chat to talk to, it can help me like figure out what I want to do. Plus, I do a lot of history, so if you ever have history questions, I know a bit. The Victorian era is not my specialty. I have way more fun with Black Flag because, well, that's my jam. The colonization of the Americas and specifically Mexico and the Caribbean, that was my passion. All right, got some lovely paintings here. That roof has to go down now. And then of course you have to have a guest room. They don't really have like a normal whatever. Okay, works for me. Now let's redo that. Change that to this, like that. There you go. And then voila! Oh, voila! We have created a Victorian manor, complete with beds and nice. Oh, we should put a laboratory up here. We can change that. Haha! Oh, Dungeon Alchemist is so nice to us. Because if you screw up and you accidentally go, oh darn it, I should have done something else, you can. Alright. Well, there's no bathtub, but we're just going to say there's bathhouses, and ooh, that looks rightfully spooky. Okay. So. I'm writing something down, sorry. We have 2 floors of stuff. We have the master bedroom, guest bedroom that needs a door, so that way, you know, people can actually get in there. We're not going full, what is it, H.B. Holmes, Death House. That's not our jam today. At least I hope not. Though, if anybody does an H.M. Holmes, holler. I want to know how it goes. H.M. Holmes was an interesting guy. No, he can't afford that. Just want something relatively small, like nothing too bumpy crazy, but alas, I think I'm just SOL. Oh well, c'est la vie. Can't win them all. It's not going to be perfect, but that's okay. Perfection is never the goal. But it is nice to have. Oh man. Okay. This is what happens when you don't feel good and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna throw a map together. Yay. Fun times. Hope everybody else always having a good day. Don't be like me. I overindulged on Girl Scout cookies. They accosted me. I couldn't say no. They took the money right out of my wallet, I swear. Okay. Now it's good to get the lighting right. Ah. Okay. I didn't forgot I could change terrain. So is it gonna be nighttime when they rob the place? Maybe? Maybe not? Let's just say yes, it will be nighttime. Like evening. That works. Nah, nighttime. I'm gonna go for nighttime. So, we go here, and I need to have something for each target. So for the botanical gardens, where could I have it? Here. This big flower. Okay, let me do something super quick. Yeah. Aha. Bring out my notepad. Okay. So, here's my madness. Okay, for the BG, the Botanical Gardens, there is a sample of, so the druid wants to get hallucinogenics, and like strong, powerful ones. So there's like a sample of a hallucinogen. I looked up how to spell this the last time, and I know how to spell it. So I don't. I need to get me a dictionary. I was wrong. There's an I. Hallucinogen. I'm alright. Hanging in there. My stomach has been absolutely awful. Plant. But that's on me. I did it to myself. Hopefully, again, nobody else is going through that. Nobody needs it. Again, the Girl Scout cookies, they're so good, but alas, they hurt me. Alright, sample of a hallucinogenic plant. Ooh, what could they be doing with it? I'll figure that out later. For LK, a financial report. So, okay, so the thief won a whole bunch of money in a poker game. And because he won a bunch of money in a poker game, now Lord Kane is in a spot of trouble and has been making the thief's life a living hell. Showing, ooh, there we go. The merchant Honey, reward. Okay. I know Strider. Uh-huh. Yeah. You don't get treats for this game. I'm sorry, sweet pea. Oh, I know you're very sad. Strider says she's depressed. She deserves treats. I would agree, except she was screaming in my ear this morning, and I'm kind of like, baby, I like sleep. Okay. Um, Financial report. This could be in the study, the bedroom, whatever else. The book. Ooh, and a reliquary. Looks more like a lantern, but the book here. Let's use that. Just gonna go FC for Freedom Cult. Let's see. Book. Detailing the practices of a cult following. Because the idea I had in my head is that the cult was intentionally following an actual god, like an infant god, and then as time went on, because the god was in its infancy and it couldn't really do what they wanted it to do, a demon took over and kind of made the cult its own thing. Because the player came up with the character was a part of this freedom cult, and then over time the cult kind of started going crazy, and then it dissipated. It's like, okay, we can work with that. Let's go. Encourages excess. Man, if I had my other players, they'd know exactly what I would be talking about, but this is a different group. Alright. And last but certainly not least, this is a special character I made for the Simp Warlock. General Incelius Aeternum. I was very proud of this one. I know a Strider. This game's gonna be dumb, and it's gonna be great. Uh-huh. Hey, sweetie pea. Good girl. Let's see. Merchant is entertaining. Entertaining the general for dinner. That's why it's evening. Because he wants to get in good with the Epoch, who is a female sorcerer, and General Incelius is, well, he gets a little flustered. As a sort of interview for the White Knights. The party could interrupt this contract. It would actually be really important for them. So, there we go. We have it. We have our map. We have our goal. I have a lot of players do that. They almost had that actually happen last week. I did have a player, the same player who chose to play the Simp Warlock did play a Paladin of Pestilence when I ran a Grim Hollow campaign, and he eventually did become a bad guy. Same guy. Huh. But there's a lot of those, so I'm kind of like, wait, which one? This one should be Merchant House. There we go. Damn. Sorry. Export. They're pretty small. I am gonna go with the image. No grid. Could I do a video? I hope it works. I've had a few players become bad guys, and it's always been interesting. In the Crooked Moon campaign, there is an opportunity for your players or your characters, depending on what you're doing. They can become a antagonistic NPC pretty early, if you wanted to do that. In what context are you asking? Like, are you trying to see, like, if, like, a player becomes evil, what do you do with them, or something else? Don't need that. Don't need that. Oh. A Valkyrie class for 5e. Interesting. Export this one, and let's do... Let's go up. Ah, okay, yeah. I gotcha. I had that happen with... Again, same guy. And he came back and was kind of like this, he kind of returned as, like, again, this creature of pestilence. He was completely overrun by this thing they called the worm. And the player whose character became the BBEG was actually super stoked about it. And I asked him for notes just so that way I could kind of get an idea for how to play the character. And got some insights. And of course, playing the whole campaign and seeing how he acted helped a lot. Now, if you want to do it well, I feel like the player has to be cool with it. Oh, I forgot to turn the grid off on this. Especially if the same player is going to be in the game. Otherwise, you may come into issues. Just depends. Some people are better about it than others, you never know. I think it can definitely work, though. And it can bring some interesting moments, I'll say, because I think because we did that, because he got to play and he got to see his character come back, and he even got to fight himself, that player had a blast. The other players who did not like his character, like they tolerated him, they had a moment of catharsis because they were just like, yes, we finally get to beat this guy up. And again, as long as your players are cool with it, like this guy, he was like, you know what, I totally understand why you hate him. It's cool. And he was really good sport about it. I was very happy with how that turned out. If you have a player who you know is kind of a stickler, don't do it. I wouldn't recommend it, just because somebody's gonna get mad, and then you're gonna get somebody cranky at the table, and then it's just gonna be a whole thing. Oh, no, don't submit. No! Oh, well, at least I got one section out of it. Darn it. Me and Dungeon Alchemist have a problem, because every time I build a map, it goes, hey, yeah, this is too big. And I'm going, no, it's not. Okay. Just give me the map, please. I just need to export it, and I'm done. I wanted a video file. All I wanted, just a low-quality MP4 for Foundry. Okay. Mansion L2. Yeah, and again, it can work really, really well, especially if the story builds up to that point. Like for this campaign, I really feel like the same guy with his Simlog is going to become the next BBEG. Because if the demon Baal Delphine gets her way, she essentially becomes the archdemon. I'm not using the D&D terms, so it doesn't matter. The archdemon of hell. So that's a pretty big deal. And I think that would, definitely set him against the rest of the party, which could be fun. And he would have a blast with it. Though if that came down to it, I would be like, all right, here's your motivations. I need you to voice the character because I cannot ooh woo on demand. I know, Strider. It's just not possible, Strider. I wasn't built that way. It's okay. You're just sweet. All right. Maps made. And MP4 files. Yay! Okay, cool. So that means we can put this into Foundry and it'll work just fine. If y'all will excuse me, I'm gonna run to the bathroom and be right back. I got my work done. Now I have to figure out what else to do. Okay. All right. I don't really have any other maps I need to make. I mean, like I could more, but I am blissfully, I don't have as much work right now. Still fun though to make maps in Dungeon Alchemist, but now I'm like, oh no, now what do I do? Alright, let's turn this off, because I don't need it. I'm done. That only took me an hour. Holy crap. Most of the time when I'm making maps, I'm like sitting there fretting, going, oh my god, I need to make sure I do this, that, and this. Uh, okay. Maybe? I did just move my mic down, and I'm messing with the gain currently. Did you hear it again? Somebody is throwing things. I hear a toy being thrown upstairs, but I don't think it would be loud enough for you to hear. I can hear that Strider's throwing something. Is it still making that glitch? If so, I'll just turn it on and off. Give me a second. Turn my mic on and off again. Is that any better? Okay. Static is gone. That's good. Okay, then it was because the power connection on my mic is awkwardly placed. So it kind of sits where if I turn the mic, it'll turn itself off. Well, let's see. What have I not played in a while? I want to play Black Flag again because that was fun. Sea shanties or Eldritch horrors? I think we're gonna go to sea shanties. Yeah. Oh no! The battery on my controller died. I have to go get new ones because I don't have them down here. I'll be right I'll be right back again. All right. Let's get Black Flag up and running. And new batteries on my controller. Yay! Nothing like fresh batteries. Man, remember back in the old days? You get fresh batteries in your controller and you're like, after like a long time without them, or like your batteries just died and you had to run to the store and you come back and you're like, heck yeah, I got new batteries, let's go. Oh, I used to blame everything on on the bad batteries. There we go. Okay. Just like making sure that it popped back up. I don't want to. I don't need to sign into Ubisoft servers. Me and Ubisoft have beef right now. Since they try to friggin' take out my
Use them darts on this one coming now. Quick.
Shoot him in the butt.
And effective, see?
Oh man. I gotta be smart. Come here, buddy.
You've seen this temple here?
Nope, I'm not here. Never was, never will be.
Where else would the Dagos get it?
They're pulling it out of the ground, aren't they?
He's doing a legger.
Alright. So, I have been looking into all sorts of ships. And Ubisoft glitching. So, literally ramming was completely irrelevant by the time by the 1600s. Once cannons were pretty much everywhere, nobody, and I mean nobody, rammed, because it was just, you don't. Come on, just turn around, turn around. Oh shoot! But if you look at any ships from like the 1710s and onward, they don't.
Many thanks, but no forgiveness.
They don't have anything to like properly ram a ship. Again, the tactic was just obsolete by the time we got down to that. Shoot him in the butt cheek. Everything I've looked at, most everyone talks about long distance tactics.
I got him in my sights!
And how they were basically trying to oh, did you just keel over? Alright. Works for me, bud.
It was a slaver who brought these soldiers. Or the prince himself.
Range is king, yes. Very much so.
Off, mate. You ain't got nothing on us.
Plague and perish if this ever happens again.
It's yeah, look, the spear is actually the perfect example. When we look at like the phalanx and why it was implemented. You know, it helped keep the soldiers safe. That's why they needed to do it.
I promise you.
And honestly, it's been... Sorry, it just kicked him in the nuts. Sucks to be you today, bro.
Looks to me like a crew of pirates here.
Mixing with these heathens.
God's truth. I can't fathom why.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
Alright, you're crazy, so
I may
let's leave
thank
you
you
go.
later.
Haha.
If you manage to live through this.
I've a clear shot.
Let me up, Tosco, and face me like a soldier.
9.
Bastards in my sights!
Christ.
What a mess, eh?
You. Okay. The phalanx is probably one of the most effective. Nope.
Who's this Dutch?
Ah, darn it.
Slaver named Prince. I'm told he has a letter of marque from Governor Hamilton, and that we're to afford him every...
Well, that's a quick combination.
Crap. I was too busy getting excited about history. And not focusing, but yes. So, like, the phalanx was one of the, like, you have these huge pikes, and it keeps your enemy at bay, and it's extremely useful. And honestly, it kept a lot of people alive. History's freaking dope. And then, like, you know, after we started getting more long-range capabilities, then, you know, okay, it became more of a matter of we are gonna, you know, try to take care of the enemy from afar before they get close. I mean, look at sieges. Sieges are one of the other long-term, like, distance. You know, you're not trying to really go and fight your enemy one-on-one. You're trying to starve them out.
Shouting old misers around they wine.
Go. Hey, give me your ammo, bro. And then even then you're using like trebuchets, catapults, and you're using almost biological warfare, which was far more effective.
Bastard's been a target for years. Bloody hell, we nearly had him.
By God, you bravos are a
Hydration
cheery
time.
bunch, eh?
Yay.
All frowns and furrowed brows.
Captain Kenway, you have remarkable skills.
Oh, thanks, mate. It comes natural.
But you're churlish and arrogant, prancing around in a uniform that you have not earned.
Everything is permitted. Isn't that your motto?
I
Why is there
absolve you
double?
of your errors in Havana and elsewhere, but you are not welcome
Sorry, I just realized I had 2 audio sources.
here.
So I'm like, hey, I need to fix that.
Sorry, mate. Wish it were otherwise.
Dude.
Cheery bunch of mates you've got.
You deserve scorn, Edward. Prancing about like one of us, bringing shame to our cause.
That seems a little bit of a
What is
180.
that? Your cause.
To be blunt, we kill people. Templars and their associates. Folks who'd like to control all the empires on Earth. Claiming it's in the name of peace and order.
Sounds like the Cass's dying words.
You see? It's about power, really. About lording over people. Robbing us of liberty.
That another message from one of your friends?
Aye. I'll show you.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I didn't get the perfect sync. That's fine.
I know you ain't exactly impressed by our creed. So would the sight of money make you more friendly to our ways?
As ever?
Oh, that's a nice glitch.
Then work these contracts around the West Indies for us, and we'll pay you. As simple as that.
You say simple as. That's it. Get it right. Now, there's... Once we start seeing more, long-range capability, ramming just, again, it wasn't a thing. Oh, now I get fast travel. Thanks. Takes the fun out of it. fast travel has me torn. I either like it or I hate it. Just depends.
A good evening to you, Edward.
I can't figure out which one I'd prefer. Oh, darn it. There's a lift. Do I need to go up? Yeah. If it's, like, if moving is fun, then you don't need it, right? Like, Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild had fun movement. And I really enjoyed it, so it's like, man, I really wish there was more to it. And fast travel just didn't seem to work in that game. Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh, I'm gonna die. Okay, no, I'm not. I just can't figure out what I'm supposed to do. That's okay. Whereas, like, what was it? Skyrim. Skyrim, I hardly ever used fast travel. I just didn't care for it. Mostly because I was going, what's that over there? And then I would just be distracted. And fast travel took that away from me. I wanted to go see what was out there. Oh.
All sail, she'll take it.
A poor old man came riding by, and we say so, and we know so. Oh, a poor old man came riding by. Oh, poor old man. Says I, old man, your horse will die, and we say so, and we know so.
Those look like we should not go near them. Again, do you see those prows right there? Those that jutting out? Yeah, that's not normal. If you look at most ships from the era, no, they did not. Fun gameplay mechanic, not historically accurate. Alas, we have to have historical accuracy. Now, if we're talking about Odyssey, yes, perfectly fine to have pentatonkers and other ramming specific ships. This is, I don't understand it. This is just nice. Why would I want to fast travel when I could do this? Screw that noise. I miss the ocean so much. Let me turn up the volume. That makes me feel better. Now I can hear it. If anybody else is just, you know, shanties, and more shanties, I understand. Oh, wow. This is just pretty. And I know right now I'm in calm seas, so it's fine. But it's just pretty. Wait, where am I going? Oh, shite, I went the wrong way. I had a U-turn. Oh, man. Everybody knows women can't sail. That's why they didn't allow us on boats. You know, I didn't know that whales could no clip. Is anybody else excited for the Kane Pixels Backrooms movie, or is it just me? Because I'm stoked. Like, I am literally sitting here going, like, how am I gonna go watch the movie? Because I want to go see it. I normally don't do like horror games. It's just not my jam. I am not trying to get into anybody's business right here. Not at all. Which fair? What do you mean? Uh-oh.
Last man cleans the bilge!
I can't see where they're aiming. Oh boy. I forgot what brace is. It's X, okay. I don't want nothing to do with you. We ain't fighting we ain't fighting them. I am just trying to get around this part of Cuba. Oh lordy. But I don't see like many horror films, but I'm actually kind of stoked for this one just because the lore is interesting. And Kane Pixels has done a good job, and I kind of need to rewatch some. I rewatched all of his backroom stuff. Now I want to watch the old Spew again. He had a new project, and then he stopped doing it because I think he was in the middle of I think he was working on the movie, and he couldn't do what he normally would. Did I find the white whale? I wonder how fast some of these ships could go. Oh, fire! These are all easy. We could take them. And apparently they want to start shit. Oops. Alright. Let's go get them. Should be easy enough. Come on, just let me use it. Hey, fudge it. Alright, there we go. I was like, why am I only using the wrist blades? It's because I'm dumb, that's why. Alright. Oh, I should have actually fired the mortars. I'm so sorry. I have lapsed. I'll find something else. Lower the wanted level. We don't need to repair the jackdaw. We're okay.
Join us or die.
Give him a big ol' hug. Part of the crew, part of the ship.
We now have the materials required to make the ship stronger, sir. Loose and catch the wind. Lay aloft on the fore. Come on.
Just, you know, you just killed everybody he's worked with for most of his life, and, you know, just give him a big ol' hug. Like, hey, welcome to the team, buddy. And he's going, uh-huh. I don't think I can ever get tired of this. Again, I feel like I'm the weirdo who watches, like, ship videos, like, Big Bart, like, the crabbing ships and whatnot, and rough seas. Just because I enjoy them. I understand I probably would not survive in those situations, but I don't understand it. I just like it. So I guess we got through the worst part of the game, and we got stuff done today. We made a map, got the mission set up. I just have to find a steampunk city map, which I can probably find somewhere. Alright, upgrades available, yay! Just picking up guys on the way, like, hey man, you stranded? We got you, bro. You know, I know some people look at this and go, that is terrifying. Look at how that horizon is just broad. And the water is deep. Thalassophobia, legit, I understand it. But there's just something about it. There is something about that drive that we all have to explore and to see what's out there. We can't help it. That is a honeypot. Like, just think about that. Like, everyone talks about, like, oh man, born too late, uh, to explore the new world, and born too early to explore the stars. There is some innate drive that we all have that we just have to explore. We have to go see. And I think video games help with that if you have that innate drive to just go. They can offset it, but the problem is that it doesn't fulfill that need, that desire to discover and explore. Because, like, hiking does that for me. Like, if I go on a hike, and for some places, it's like, this is an exploration. I get to go find something new. And it tickles that part of my brain. I don't know if maybe that's just like me, but I feel like humanity as a whole has this intense need to explore. And I think it drives a lot of people crazy and they don't know how to express it. Dolphins! The dickheads of the sea! Alright, where's the port? I've been to some of these forts, at least the ones in Florida, and they are impressive.
I think we've lost them, sir.
Just seeing some of the old Spanish forts that are still up on the coast, they're actually really cool. Maybe. Just a tinge. If you hit him with some cannon fire, yes.
So this is the new Libertalia, eh? Stinks the same as every other squat I've robbed this past year. Oi, oi. Why the long face? You falling in love?
With your blouse. You're welcome to Nassau, gents. Everyone is that does their fair share.
Fair share. What is this, a fucking monastery?
We was led to believe that Nassau was a place where men did as they pleased.
Safe keeping others from doing the same. Aye.
Captain Thatch, as I live and breathe. What is this magnificent muzzle you've cultivated?
Why fly a black flag when a black beard will do? What brings you two gents this far north?
The word is, Cuban governor himself is fixing to receive a mess of gold from a nearby fort. Until then, it's just sitting there, itching to be took.
Governor Torres himself, eh? Sounds promising.
Welcome to Nassau, Captain Vane. Mr. Rackham.
Ain't even a captain and he dresses
Now,
like
where can a man
a
find,
fop.
bit of rough? Do you know what I mean?
That is the definition of foppish. Alright. If you got a peacock, it ain't worth it. You gotta work on your personality. Fop is one we haven't used. Like, that's a word we don't use anymore. And honestly, we should use it. Some people deserve to be called that. I've met a few people out there who are like, yeah, they're definitely fops. Like, what's the there was a yeah, beautiful person. Yeah. What was it? What, there was a TV show that had like the peacocking and they were making fun of it. Now I have to see if I can find it super quick. Don't. Was it Community? Oh, How I Met Your Mother. There we go. Peacocking. It's always How I Met Your Mother. I only ever watched that like a handful of times. Just never really was a thing. There's some good jokes, don't get me wrong, but I just wasn't really into it. Alright, let's check the fleet. Because we got that beautiful thing. Hello! I see we have somebody from YouTube. I don't see many people from YouTube. Nice to see ya! Add to my fleet. Yes, please. Okay, not. I have no rum. Alas, I cannot trade because the rum is gone. I am sad. Alright, I don't care how I look. I care about sailing the high seas. And cannons. Yeah, it's just odd. Those are words we don't use anymore. Fop is one that just kind of fallen out of favor. All it means is somebody who dresses gaudily.
Captain has the helm.
Okay. Well, how far am I from it? ¿Dónde está? ¿Es aquí? ¿O es aquí? Just let me sail. That's all I want. Me and the sea. There are also other funny words that we don't use anymore. Because I have a bad habit of accidentally hitting that button. I feel bad if I accidentally like hit somebody because I decided to fly. I decided to accidentally hit the trigger while I'm trying to, you know. Oh, we can handle those guys. Hey!
Fire! Look, Captain, the whole place shot there! Fire! Ready to blow! Fire! There's a good shot to cripple her! She's vulnerable there, Captain! Fire!
Alright.
Are the hooks tight? Fire! Slow them down with 10 shots!
There we go. Let's see. What are some other fun... I don't hear anybody use the word greenhorn anymore. Like, most of the time you hear newbie, but you don't hear the word greenhorn. Which just means, like, you're new. That's all it is. Well, that was easy. Alright. Oh, we finally get some rum? Can we actually, like, send that? I just send it to the fleet. We'll use it. Hey bro, we just joined this cool new club! They may or may not have you know, killed everybody we knew. That's okay. Look, I got some good ones. Cattywampus. I love cattywampus. That is a fun one to say. And it's legit. Most of the ones I know, though, are the subtle insults. I don't have many of the silly words. The one that I use the most is, be particular. And that just means, like, you know, make wise choices. Don't be stupid. Bless your heart always. Best insults you can ever come up with if you're ever in a tight spot. Because you know it burns deeply. Cantankerous is one that I don't get to use enough, and I love that word.
Come breast the bars, bullies, heave her away. Way, hey, roll and go. Soon we'll be rolling her down through the bay. We rollicking randy dandy.
Best one to talk if you want to call somebody stupid and you're trying to be polite. I say polite, but you're kind of being a dick. Can't pour water out of a boot with instructions on the heel. Or can't hit the broadside of a barn. Which sometimes I feel that way. Bit foggy. What are some other ones? My family used one, funkified. And funkified was typically reserved for when something was gross. Like, nasty. Like, if you come across a hoarder's house, funkified is how you would describe it. And sometimes, like, if I'm trying to tell somebody, it's like, look, you gotta clean your car, you gotta clean your room. I'll say, like, look, your place is funkified, like, we gotta clean this up. No insult to Asmongold, but, like, Asmongold's house would be a prime example of a place that's funkified before he cleaned it up. So I think he's gotten over that, I hope. For his own sake. Yeah, funky, but bad. What are some other weird ones? There's not really, like, I can't think of any off the top of my head. I'll think about it while I'm falling asleep, and I'm gonna, like, pop up and yell about it. Nope, we're not here, even though you can plainly see us and see what colors we're flying. What? What do you mean I have to update? Screw that. I'm gonna do it anyway, and probably die, but that's okay.
So, what will you do with your share of the gold we take from Governor Torres? Return to Africa, prince among men?
I cannot return to a place I've never been. I was born in Trinidad, a slave from my first breath.
But wouldn't you feel, I don't know, more welcome there?
As you might feel more welcome in Paris.
Fair point.
That couldn't have been said better I could have said it better myself.
And feel at ease. This country here is my best chance. This country called Jackdaw, where I know the names of all citizens and they know mine, and we work together. Not always out of love, but to keep our country afloat.
I understand you. Let's take her then.
That is probably one of the best sentiment, like the best way to phrase it I've ever heard.
Get the mainsails into the wind.
How can you love a place you've never been? And that is very true.
Taking damage here. Ready to fire. Take a shot. Right there, sir.
Oh, hi!
Ready to fire, sir. Brace for impact.
Ow, I am directionally challenged and this is a problem. Alright. I'm doing horribly. It's my own fault. Ah! I'm doing absolutely horrendous. It's fine. Come on, please get out of the red zone. Out of the red zone.
Brace yourselves!
Yeah, we're gonna desync, and it's gonna be bad. Nope, nope, and yep. Here we go. Not gonna go great. That's okay. That's fine. I probably need to call it. I've been having issues. I have trouble sleeping. So I probably should try and go to bed, but I did have fun. I got maps made. I'm happy with that. And yeah. Hope you guys have a fantastic night. I know I got stuff. Should be able to get back on Thursday. We'll see though. Kind of have like an important doctor's appointment, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it's good. You guys have a fantastic night. I'll see y'all later. And hopefully we'll have some good stories after Saturday. Night, y'all.